Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2K19 Universe Mode Unbroken Plays, and this is NXT, just a week away from NXT TakeOver tonight. The Undisputed Era will face the three men that have a shot at Adam Cole's championship in the Fatal 4-Way. That'll be a six-man tag team match. Before we get there though, Rusev, he'll go one-on-one with Kurt Hawkins here on this week's main event. No Way Jose will challenge Matt Hardy. Matt needs more victories to prove himself as a singles once again. Can he pick up a win over No Way Jose? And Ruby Riott, well, she's got a big match with Ronda Rousey coming up. Can she knock off Maria Kanellis here tonight? Rusev with a win over Kurt Hawkins. We'll also see Matt Hardy get the job done against No Way Jose. And a must-win, crucial victory for Ruby Riott as she gets a bit of momentum heading into a match with Rousey. This week on NXT, Johnny Gargano will face Drake Maverick in singles action. Dominik Dijakovic is back in action. He's got to face Matt Riddle though. It's been a long time since we've seen Dominik. He's back here tonight though. Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne will face Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. That'll be tag team women's action here tonight. Speaking of the women, Kairi Sane, she's the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship tonight. She faces Tanara Conti. And Ricochet, he's got a huge match coming up with Mustafa Ali, his bitter rival. He faces Drew Gulak tonight. And the match we mentioned a moment ago, the Undisputed Era teaming together to face EC3, Andrade, and, of course, Lars Sullivan. Johnny Gargano picks up a win over Drake Maverick. Riddle gets a victory over Dijakovic. And we'll see Deville and Rose, a tag team win over Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne. And Kairi Sane continues her momentum with a victory over Tanara Conti. Well, it's time for the one and only Ricochet. This man is, well, starting to hit form after a pretty rough start to his run here in NXT, losing basically most of his first matches since he arrived to the brand, but he's just had that fire lit under him, and I think the man to do it has been Mustafa Ali. Ali picked up a shock win over Ricochet a few weeks back. Ricochet and Ali met again in the Battle Royal, and that was a great confrontation, but Ali got the better of him again. Now Ricochet wants some revenge. Ali and Ricochet one-on-one at NXT TakeOver. NXT TakeOver will be coming up next week. One more episode of NXT to go, and then it will be TakeOver. It's our next big event. Fastlane will follow NXT TakeOver a week after that. As Drew Gulak on his way to the ring. Looking forward to seeing Drew Gulak in action. Hasn't had that many matches here in NXT, just the 7. And I think he'll want to change that. He's won 3 out of his 7 matches, so he's had some moderate success, but obviously consistency needs to be a real thing that he searches for. And tonight, got an opportunity to beat one of the best names here in NXT in the Cruiserweight division, Ricochet. Drew Gulak, Ricochet one-on-one. Well, we talk about records and how Drew Gulak's won 3 out of his 7. Ricochet's won 2 out of his 10. So, if you say you want to go off your record, you have to say that Drew Gulak has got a much better record here in NXT than Ricochet. And that's what we mentioned about a moment ago. You know, Ricochet only had 1 win out of, I think it was about 8 matches, and then he did pick up a big win recently, a singles victory. It just kind of got him back on track, but it was that confrontation with Mustafa Ali that really started this from Ricochet, because Ricochet, he came in, and he came after the NXT Cruiserweight Champion straight away, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. He inserted himself into that, he got an opportunity there, but he lost. And not only did he lose, he lost. Didn't pick up any wins in that whole scenario. But Ricochet came out of that still pretty confident in himself. And I think he believed that outside of the champions and the #1 contender in Tommaso Ciampa, that he was the best cruiserweight in the division. So when he got beaten by Mustafa Ali in that shock victory, I think that really rattled Ricochet. I really think that kind of woke Ricochet up a little bit and thought to himself that, oh, hey, I've got a bit of work to do. As a backslide here is Drew Gulak could be about to be losing this match. Ooh, near fall, counted too. So I think Ricochet just got a bit of a wake-up call. And he picked up a victory in his last match. Now he's looking to make it 2 in a row. This time, Drew Gulak looking to be the victim of Ricochet. But at the moment, it's Gulak in control. And I think a man that certainly could be a factor in the Cruiserweight division is definitely Drew Gulak. He's got the brains, I think, to come up with the strategies to combat the high flyers. And we know he doesn't like high flying all that much. He's all about the no flying zone. That, of course, is the ring. No flying around. Well, I think probably the best high flyer right now in the WWE, not just NXT, may just be Ricochet. There's not too many that will fly around the ring like Ricochet. At the speed, the quickness, agility he's got is nearly unmatched. And Drew Gulak is basically facing someone that he hates. Everything that he despises is probably Ricochet in one big package. And right now, Ricochet not worrying about the high flying. He's just looking to, out-wrestle Drew Gulak, stretching the body of him on the mat here. And Drew Gulak getting a bit of a taste of his own medicine right now. Ricochet clearly maybe wants to prove a point that perhaps he doesn't need the high-flying prowess to defeat someone like Drew Gulak. Gulak, though, with a takedown. Drew Gulak clearly a few inches of size right now, and Ricochet coming into play. I think he's just been able to outmuscle Ricochet a little bit. But Ricochet and Mustafa, that'll be a very even matchup. And of course, speaking of the Cruiserweight division, well, hold that thought. Drew Gulak has got him wrapped up, and toss it on the other side of the ring. That could very well be it. Gulak to put Ricochet away. 2. No. Kick out. Well, I was going to mention the NXT Cruiserweight Championship match coming up. Of course, the takeover. Johnny Gargano renews his rivalry with Tommaso Ciampa. It's been going on for a long, long time now. But with Tommaso Ciampa's injuries, we've been forced to wait and wait and wait for these two to finally meet one-on-one again for the Cruiserweight Championship. But we will see it at TakeOver. As, wraps up the body here in the submission. He's got the neck wrenched back. And he's really applying a lot of torque on the back and neck of Ricochet, who does flip out of it. Oh, that could have been well and truly been it there for Ricochet. He was in a lot of trouble. That's the type of move that could beat anyone. And Drew Gulak had that applied very, very well. You might have to actually think he maybe torqued the body of Ricochet just a touch too much, because it allowed Ricochet to kind of, flip over and break the hold. Ricochet firing up here, though, and he now might look to fly. He's got Drew Gulak down. Ricochet up to the top of the rope. Ricochet chops the elbow onto the spine of Gulak. Gulak in a bit of pain, and now Ricochet, he maybe wants a bit more here. He's not done yet. Ricochet thinking about it. Drew Gulak is down. Ricochet's going to have to change plans now that Gulak is back to his feet. Gulak getting met there with a knee by Ricochet, who's trying to figure out his next move. A Hurricane Rana, and now Gulak realizing he's in a lot of trouble. Tries to roll outside the ring, using the ropes to get himself back inside. Is he playing a bit of possum? Perhaps, yes. Right hand. Ricochet with a mistake. And a snapmare takedown. And Gulak could be about to get himself back into it. Maybe not. Elbow there from Ricochet. And the one and only has got a lot to prove right now. He's got to beat a man like Drew Gulak if he wants to be at the top of the Cruiserweight division going forward. And that's what his match against Mustafa Ali will be all about. It's all about proving who is the next in line for that Cruiserweight Championship. Is it going to be Ali, or will it be Ricochet? And now Gulak, snap suplex, cover. Could be all no. Quick kick out there by Ricochet, kind of, I think maybe sending a bit of a message to Gulak. You're going to have to do a little bit more. Ali, I'm sure, is watching on right now with, very, very intently, and watching the strategy that Ricochet employs. I don't know if Ali would be expecting that. A powerbomb from Ricochet. Impressive. Now heads to the top. Oh my goodness, he's the other side of the ring. There's no way he's going to reach him here. Here he goes. Oh, he hit it. The 630 from Ricochet. How did he hit that? He was a mile away. Ricochet hooks the leg and picks up the win. Well, he deserved it after that. Ricochet, impressive. Ali, I hope you're watching, because Ricochet, the confidence is growing. Just his 3rd win here in Universe Mode history, but you can tell how much that means to him. A sigh of relief. Ricochet needed that. And now Ricochet can focus on Ali. One-on-one, potentially to determine who will be the next man in line for the Cruiserweight Championship. Is it Ali, or is it the one and only Ricochet? Well, speaking of TakeOver, You've got a big crop of guys involved in TakeOver in this one match. The NXT Championship will be on the line. Lars Sullivan, EC3, Andrade Cien Almas all challenge to try and take that from Adam Cole, a man who has locked down the championship for a number of months now. EC3 is on his way to the ring. EC3 has proven himself to be a big name player here in NXT. Our general manager Shawn Michaels is giving him the opportunities that he deserves. He's earned these chances. He deserves them. EC3 believes he is great. Well, to be fair, he has proven that he is great. 78% win ratio at the moment here in NXT. Getting it done. EC3 having a great period since returning back to NXT. Had an initial stint, came after Adam Cole on that occasion, failed, had some time away, came back, and immediately came back after Cole. One goal in mind, that's to be champion. And this is a match that I gotta say, I don't know if Andrade would have felt as though he was going to be here a couple of months ago. Andrade down in the dumps. Lots of losses, just couldn't quite get it to happen. But Andrade, when he picked up a massive win, beating Velveteen Dream, he earned his place in the Fatal 4-Way. And now Almas has a chance of a lifetime to come out as the NXT champion. An unlikely title victory, an unlikely scenario for Andrade, but it's a scenario that could be a special one for him if he could make it happen. The odds are stacked against him, there's no doubt about that. It's not going to be easy for him at all. He's going to have to try and lift himself and find a gear he's never reached before here in NXT if he's going to outlast the other three men in the match. And this man just sends chills up your spine every time we see Lars Sullivan. We've said it many a time, he just keeps on getting better and better every single match. We saw Sullivan at TakeOver 11. He fought Adam Cole one-on-one in the main event. And it was Kyle O'Reilly that screwed Lars Sullivan. Ever since, he has been a man on a mission to get back into the title hunt. And he successfully did that when he beat Aleister Black one-on-one to qualify. It has been a tough journey for Lars Sullivan. But this man, the Freak himself, is ready to get his hands on Adam Cole. And, well, tonight he'll get a chance at the rest of the Undisputed Era. As here they come. They hold all the gold. They are the Tag Team Champions and the NXT Champion. They are the Undisputed Era. And there is no doubt about it. They are the best trio NXT has ever produced. Together, they are the most dominant team we've ever seen. Let's have a look at some of the numbers. Adam Cole, 10 wins, 4 losses, 71% wins here in Universe Mode. Then we look at the tag team of the Undisputed Era. 2 losses, 13 wins, 87% win ratio. Only taking 2 L's. Mighty impressive. Well, we know the tag team variation of the Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they will face the War Raiders for the tag team titles at TakeOver. Adam Cole will face the other 3 men on the other side of the ring. EC3 will start here against Bobby Fish. What a great start there by Fish. Well, for this 6-man tag team match here tonight, obviously, it's a big factor about it. The 3 men that are going to face each other at TakeOver next week are all teaming up tonight, and they're taking on the most dominant and cohesive unit we've seen here in NXT. There's no doubt about it. The odds are stacked against them. They're coming up against 3 guys that actually like each other, whereas Sullivan, Andrade, and EC3, well, it's a bit of a... it's a very, very odd pairing. There's no doubt about that. There's no similarities with any of them. Let's be honest. Sullivan just wants to beat you down and hurt you. EC3 is one of the most cocky and arrogant guys you'll ever meet. And Andrade, well, he's just a technical wizard. And he can high fly around the ring. Sullivan's more about the power game and out-muscling you, using his size to advantage. And EC3 is more about using his brains and trying to outthink you, come up with a better strategy. it's a real clash of styles right now on this team. And Adam Cole really has to experience all the 3 different variations of styles at TakeOver in that one match when he tries to defend his championship in a 4-way. Won't be easy at all for Adam Cole. No doubt about it. Adam Cole's had a pretty easy ride ever since being champion. We read off the amount of matches that he had a moment ago, and you know, not that many. And he's been here in NXT for quite some time. Now, general manager Shawn Michaels, well, kind of wraps him up in, you know, in cotton wool and in bubble wrap, whatever you want to say, and make sure that he comes out of things unscathed and that he's available to go for TakeOver. And sometimes I think for Adam Cole, being out of the ring so much that he is, might do him a little bit of a disservice, but he'll get a chance to get some reps in tonight, shake off any of the cobwebs that he may have here in the 6-man tag team matches. Bobby Fish working away here in EC3. O'Reilly and Fish got a reasonable similar schedule at the moment as well. Not that many matches under their belt outside of the big events. As O'Reilly with a cheap shot there in EC3. As, oh no, trying to wrap the leg up and trying to maybe force the submission here. The knee bar right now, as Bobby Fish may have EC3 about to tap. He's in the middle of the ring, but he's able to get out of it. Holding that knee right now, he's hurting a little bit. As, oh, Kyle O'Reilly, brilliant. And a huge chop to the chest of EC3. He goes down. And he just continues to wrench the body back there, does Bobby Fish. And you know, we think about the Undisputed Era, we always think about Adam Cole and how great he is, but we can never underestimate the brilliance of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Together, those two are just unbelievable as a team. There's no doubt about that. Kyle O'Reilly, I think if he ever was to split away from the Undisputed Era, I really believe he could be NXT champion himself. He has had some unbelievable performances, and right now we're really seeing a great performance from Bobby Fish, and oh no, Lars Sullivan has entered, and you know he's got a bone to pick with the Undisputed Era. Lars Sullivan with the left hand. I think in particular, Kyle O'Reilly, he will not want to tag in at all, but he might get a chance to now. Oh, he's got Lars Sullivan here. The cheap shot could be on again. Here it is, a chop again. Sullivan goes down. O'Reilly blatantly grabbed the referee when Lars Sullivan was trying to pin Adam Cole at TakeOver. Adam Cole was done. It was over. Lars Sullivan had the match won. We would have had a brand new champion. But Kyle O'Reilly grabbed the referee to make sure that he could not count to 3, saving the day for his good friend and Undisputed Era partner in Adam Cole. Cole, he's quite game here to get in the ring with Sullivan right now, and maybe a bad decision because at the moment, Lars Sullivan pummeling his skull into the turnbuckle padding. And as we said, he's been a man on a mission. You know, Lars Sullivan, you know, we criticized him quite heavily probably 3 or 4 months ago when we looked at him. We thought, okay, he's a guy that's got all the potential in the world, but just making bad mistakes. And I think he's really started to get that out of his game. He's really learned quickly, smartened up quickly, and now, you know, he's gone from a guy who has won about 40% of his matches. He's risen that almost to 60%. That's quite a big turnaround in such a short space of time. Lars Sullivan really has improved quite quickly. Perhaps the most improved guy here on the roster at the moment. And EC3 choking away on Adam Cole in the corner. Now with a front face lock as well. Andrade yet to see any in-ring action. And that might be about to change. No, elbow there. Adam Cole fighting his way out of the corner. Trying to get EC3 to his own corner here. He's already had a pretty long stint to start. Wasn't quite successful, I gotta say. There's EC3. Oh! That might be the money shot right there on Adam Cole. And now into the corner, and Andrade will enter in. Nicely done there by EC3, taking down Adam Cole. And Adam Cole down for quite a period of time there, long enough to get Andrade into this match, who might look to quicken the pace here, or maybe look to out-wrestle Adam Cole to the mat here. And he's got him up the shoulders now. He's switched what he was going to do and hangs him up on the ropes. Andrade, very successful in Mexico, coming to NXT, and we had high hopes for him, and he just couldn't quite live up to it with a lot of losses to his name. And I think it has been an arrogance issue. I think having all that success in Mexico, coming here to NXT, I think he probably initially thought he was better than everybody else. And he quickly found out that that all doesn't matter when you get to NXT. It's a clean slate. What you've done in the past, you know, that's great, but you've got to prove yourself in NXT. And Andrade was yet to really do that. But beating Velveteen Dream, a guy that I truly believe was on his way potentially to a championship of his own, has really lifted his confidence quite greatly. Right now, we're about to see it, are we? Kyle O'Reilly enters in. Lars Sullivan, Kyle O'Reilly, but look who's down. Sullivan is down. Of course O'Reilly wants in now. Of course he does. This is the perfect time to capitalize. And a knee to Sullivan. O'Reilly and Sullivan would be a hell of a one-on-one match, but right now we get a sneak peek of what that would be like here on NXT. Sullivan looking to win the championship. At this time, the odds are much slimmer. Gone from perhaps a 50-50 now to 25%. It's not looking great for Lars Sullivan, but he's a man that's just not giving up at the moment. No matter what is thrown at him, Lars Sullivan is just continuing to fight his way through the pain. And now Sullivan is in a lot of pain at the moment. The ankle lock is applied. O'Reilly shrugged off. Sullivan realizing what lies ahead. He's got his chances at Kyle O'Reilly here. Finds nothing but the turnbuckle in the corner. Lars now going to drive him into the other corner. But oh, of course, Bobby Fish grabbing Lars. But in the other corner, Andrade grabbing Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, it's all fair, I suppose. And Sullivan grabs a hold of Fish and a right hand to his back. Wow. It is interesting right now. Right hand there. Lars Sullivan. Here we go. Whip for the big slam. But Bobby Fish gets in the way. Sullivan can't catch a break against the Undisputed Era. They've done everything in their power to make sure that he does not get a victory over them. And Sullivan realizes, I better tag out. Every time Sullivan looks like he's about to maybe put things away or gain the upper hand, they just cheat their way back into this thing. And Andrade getting a little cocky there, dropped to the knees. And oh, a cheap shot by Cole, but won't stop Andrade from getting out of the corner. Yeah, Andrade dropped to the knees and was about to pose and going to show off a little bit there, but O'Reilly shot it down quickly. And that's what we've been talking about. O'Reilly is such a smart and cunning superstar. He won't take that from anybody. And Andrade just making a lot of little mistakes. The arrogance is getting the better of him. As now Sullivan back in. And you know Sullivan's going to want to end this thing right now. O'Reilly up. Oh my goodness. Powerbomb. O'Reilly smashed into the canvas there. The power of Sullivan on display. Andrade with the assist as well. And now Sullivan wraps him up on the ropes. You know he's loving every moment of this. A chance for a bit of revenge. Lars Sullivan, is he on the verge of putting O'Reilly away? Oh, jawbreaker. Not to be at the moment. And now Sullivan up on the shoulders and drives the knee into him. Picking up O'Reilly like he's nothing. He's just such a strong man, Lars Sullivan. He's a big, big guy that the Undisputed Era have clearly done their homework against. They've done everything in their power to make sure that he's as ineffective as possible. Clearly, they fear the man. O'Reilly's got Sullivan down, and this would be huge if O'Reilly can beat Lars Sullivan here. The NXT Tag Team titles on the line at TakeOver. The War Raiders, two big son of a guns as well. Geez, they were impressive against the Street Profits. They could be the team to beat the Undisputed Era at TakeOver. But right now, you got to say the Undisputed Era are looking very, very rock solid. Chops the knee again. Sullivan needs a tag here. He's got to do something. He found out all these cheap shots have come back to bite him. He just hasn't been able to build any sort of momentum at all. And now O'Reilly's just picking apart Lars Sullivan. Cleaning up the scraps now of Lars. And O'Reilly, can he put him away? Gonna drive into the corner. What's next? Bobby Fish is coming in. And here we go. The Undisputed Era showcasing their skills. And that is them at their finest. That's gotta be it. EC3 won't get there. Adam Cole grabs him. O'Reilly deals with Andrade. And it's the tag team work. I told you, the cohesive unit of the Undisputed Era would always be too much for anyone to handle, let alone 3 guys that will face each other in a 4-way. But I gotta say, despite the fact that they're all enemies at TakeOver, they seem to team up pretty well tonight. Did Sullivan, EC3, and Andrade. They tried their best to make it work. Sullivan takes the loss, and O'Reilly gets the one-up on him again. And you know that's going to grind the gears of Lars Sullivan. There it was, the finish. And the Undisputed Era were just too good. Adam Cole dealing with EC3 there. Andrade not in the picture. And it is the Undisputed Era with the big win, just a week away from TakeOver. They're ready for the War Raiders, but more in particular, Adam Cole looks ready to go against Andrade, Lars Sullivan, and EC3, and what will be a massive, fatal 4-way match. The NXT Championship is on the line. Cole defends against those 3 men on your screen, and that is your main event for NXT TakeOver. Much more to come as well for TakeOver. We've got a Women's Championship match. As we said, the tag team titles are on the line. Ricochet and Ali. The Cruiserweight Championship match. And we might even see a tryout match as well. That's NXT TakeOver. It's coming away next week right here on Brendan Plays. You do not want to miss it. And ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it and subscribe. I apologize for the lack of USMO videos over the last few days. We're going to fix that. We're going to do some more coming up very soon, including the next episode of Monday Night Raw, where the Revival will reveal who their tag team opponents for the tag team titles will be at Fastlane. You won't want to miss that one. Ronda Rousey makes her first appearance on Raw in the ring in a singles match. She'll face Liv Morgan one-on-one, and there's much more where that came from. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.